Welcome to the Playoff Platform. I'm your host, Cop Kornacki, breaking down the Get On My Level Fantasy Football League playoff picture. Congratulations, Staley Cavey. You're our only member to have booked his ticket. We currently have 8 people still in contention without one Mousecop, 1-11. Terrible team. King James, G, Kent, Reed, and Big Football Guy all coming in at 7-5. And then we got Archibald, Rick, and Sins, 5-7. Now, there's a lot of possibilities here, a lot of ways this could break down. The bracket's completely empty right now, ready to be filled in. I'm going to go ahead and cross off our 2 least likely options, which is Sins and Rick, because our tiebreakers come down to points 4, and unfortunately, you haven't been scoring any points this year. Now, Archie is our interesting prediction here, because if he wins out, he's second in points 4 right now and can pose some problems to the 7-5 guys. But for the 7-5s, it's simple. 1 win and you're in, no problems. Now, currently, our Week 13 matchups are polling as a G win, a Staley win, a Kent win, but it's really close between him and Reed, an Archie win, and a Big Football Guy not win. Now, with a Big Football Guy win and a G win, they punch their tickets to the playoffs. Staley's already booked it, and Archie would get the win he needs to stay in contention. Also, he has high points this week, so he'll keep his points position up in the points 4. This game here, the Reed versus Kent game, this gets interesting because if Reed managed to flip this 7% in his favor and Kent drops, we have an Archie versus Kent head-to-head Week 14 win and you're in game. Archie's going to make the gap up he needs in the points 4, and if he outscores Kent in this game, he'll get the win and the points 4 dub to punch his ticket as the 6th seed into the playoffs. These games here, we have a Cop, Big Football Guy win here. If King was to flip this, Big Football Guy would need this win to get in. Rock versus King, big important game next week. If this doesn't flip and King stays with the 30%, he has to get this win against Rock to make the playoffs. If he doesn't, it makes Archie's path easier because if Kent was to win this week and Reed was to win this week, Archie would be able to get King kicked out. Reed versus Sins, again, if Reed loses, he needs to win this game to make the playoffs, because it's again, win, you're in. And G versus Staley next week's looking like it's not going to matter unless Rock pulls off some type of weird miracle and all of his players decide to score some points. The points 4 picture here, again, Rock and Sins, I'm sorry, you just aren't relevant in this conversation because you're so far behind. But again, if Ben was to have some scenarios happen where he was to lose this game and have to play Cop last week, he'd be really lacking on his points 4 with the 13-46 compared to everyone else. So I'm going to break down the playoff bracket over here. Our most likely scenario, based on the wins we have today, is somehow, some way, a Big Football Guy 2 seed winning the Vets division, getting the first round bye. Then we would have a King James beating the Rock Dog to put him into the 3 seed. We would have a G4 seed, a Reed Larcino 5 seed, and Archie upset win over 1K Griffey to put him in the 6th seed, and Kent out of the playoffs over here as number 7, looking like a frowny face. But to bundle it all together in one simple package, 7-5, win, you're in, Archie, win out, and fuck you. Get on my level. And we're back to the playoff platform here, sponsored by Get On My Level and Madison's Apparel. Today, we're breaking down the path to the Vets 1 seed. Now, Rooks here are already locked up. Staley did his job a long time ago. He's ready to rumble. Over here, it's a bit more interesting. Now, King James currently controls this position by points 4. However, based on the polling numbers, it's looking like Big Football Guy's going to get a dub and he's going to drop a game. That'll put Big Football Guy and G tied at 8-5. However, G will inherit the 1 seed from King James because of points 4. That puts this Cop versus Big Football Guy game and this G versus Staley game in Week 14 as huge matchups to watch. Because with a Big Football Guy dub and a G loss, Big Football Guy takes the 1 seed. Now, if there is a Cop win over Big Football Guy, G holds position. He doesn't even have to win. He just needs a Big Football Guy loss. If G wins, he automatically will take the 1 seed. Now, there is a scenario where all of them can be tied if King James beats Rock and both these games drop next week. And then King, based on the points 4, now G and King are pretty close in points 4, so we'll have to go down to the numbers here. But that would most likely be a King James retains the 1 seed. But this is a closely contested 1 seed battle here. Now, there might be a 0.00001% chance where somehow these guys could drop all their games and Rock Dog could score 800,000 points. And that would put him into the 1 seed. However, hell would have to freeze over before that happens. And I don't think it's going to happen.
Music Studio.
49-51. It's a 50-50 lock pretty much in Kent.
Then you should, at the end, you should have the old school guy, John Madden, come in and I'll, yeah, and if he eats a candy bar, he goes this and that, and there you go.
A candy bar?
Oh, whatever, he did that, there was a Snicker bar floating around, or a Hershey wrapper or something on the field.
Oh, nice.
And it was Dallas, I think it was on Thanksgiving, and they had a break in the action while they were doing something going in. He goes, look at this hand. He goes, you know who that is. That's Nate Newlands. He circles the candy bar. He goes, and you know Big Nate's having that. Oh, it's blown away now. And he's going like, they made a big thing out of it.
Win!